Hey, good morning, y'all. I'm waiting on my guy. I'm waiting on my guy Corey Lee. So I didn't want to take over. I'm backstage. Lee hit me up yesterday and said he definitely wanted to be here and rock. Um so salute to Dre and Just Nix and Torres and everyone else watching. Salute to everyone watching on X. I talked to Lee yesterday and Lee said he definitely wanted to do the show. I reached out to him this morning. I hadn't heard anything, but I did have everything queued up for him. So yeah, and to answer IKBM Dre's question, yeah, I have. I'm watching. I'm on this monitor, but I'm watching the game on that monitor. That monitor right there that y'all see behind me. So yeah, it's one of them things, man. I'm trying to handle both things at once. But if Lee doesn't, if Lee is unable to be here, then I'll do the 718 boys joint, man, and then um I already spoke with Anthony D. We're doing old school Knicks. Old school Knicks to be coming your way at 11. So we'll just vibe out until Lee shows up, or if you guys have any questions or whatever, we can get to it. No, they calling that an incomplete pass. Get out of here. They bugging. They trying to rob my bears, y'all. They trying to rob my bears. Hey, good morning, Michelle. What's good? They trying to rob my bears. Look at them trying to rob my bears, man. What's wrong with them? Hey, David Smith is in the building. Salute. What's good, Smith? Man, salute, salute. Just Nick's asked, how does Tyler Kolek get the backup point guard spot? That's a very tough question. The reason why that question is tough is because we need to ask ourselves, what are we requiring? What are we requiring from the backup point guard spot? Like, what are we asking for? Right. And does Tyler Kolek meet the criteria of all those things that Tom Thibodeau is asking for from the backup point guard? Right. It's an interesting question. I asked myself that question several times, right? Like, how does Tyler Kolek wrestle away the backup point guard spot, right? And so for me, I think it's as simple as get experience. That Bears defense is swarming, y'all. That Bears defense is swarming. So I guess in the grand scheme of things is it's this. It's this. How do you keep if you're the backup point guard, can you keep the veteran scorers satisfied? That's probably point number one, right? Because with Jalen Brunson on the floor, then you're gonna have Jalen Brunson doing a lot of scoring. So when Jalen Brunson leaves the floor, what are your secondary and tertiary scorers looks going to look like, right? And if Tyler Kolek is on the floor, can Tyler Kolek keep um Carl Anthony Towns involved? Can he keep Mikal Bridges involved? Can he keep OG Ananobi involved? Right? Can he balance his offense and his playmaking with, or can he balance his offense along with his playmaking? That's the simple the complicated answer for me, right? I know that was a long-winded way of seems like of beating around the bush and all that stuff. Um, what I'll say, um, that's the first thing, and that's very difficult to do, right? Keep mouths fed with Jalen Brunson off the floor, right? You know what I'm saying? Keep guys engaged, keep them locked in, let them get touches and things of that sort, you know. Um, secondly, secondly, can he improve his defense? Can Tyler Kolek become a better defender, right? And not just a better defender in that sense of, oh man, put him on an island and lock down. Nah. Can he just hold it in the road? Can he be a average defender? Can he improve enough where it's not a negative for the other great defenders on this team? Can he do that? Right? For instance, right? Tyler Kolek probably won't play a ton of minutes with is that my guy? Is that my guy? Yo, Hard Will is in the building. Salute. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. Hard Will in the place to be. What's good? All right. Yo, Sunday morning already fire. I didn't see my man. All right. Yeah. So that's another another thing. Like, can his defense improve enough where it doesn't put a burden on other defenders? Right. That's one of the other things about the Tyler Kolek thing is can he be an efficient offensive player and feed hungry mouths at the same time? The balance. Yeah, Rome, let's go. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Jacksonville coming out here trying to embarrass us on national TV. Wrong with Jacksonville. Oh, I see, man. YouTube might try to get me, man, because of the reflection. But so that's the Tyler Kolek thing. And here's the thing. There's a point guard pecking order, and that pecking order right now is Brunson, Cam and Deuce, and then Tyler Kolek. Right? Now, in order for us to envision, I'm saying envision, and I'm pointing at my hat, but in order for us to envision Tyler Kolek jumping two veterans up the depth chart, we may live in a world where the only way that happens is if those two veterans don't perform, right? So if Cameron Payne doesn't perform, if Deuce doesn't perform, it makes it easier for Tyler Kolek. But what does that do for the team overall? What does that do for the team overall, right? If the Knicks have to go to Tyler Kolek early on, is that not us waving the white flag on the Cameron Payne experiment, the Deuce McBride experiment? Right? There we go. No, Caleb. He hung that ball up there. It don't matter. It's like a punt anyway. He hung that ball up there. Man, that man was wide open and he floated that ball in. You can't float that ball in there. He floated that ball up in there, and DJ Moore wanted him to throw it. So, but yeah. But the Tyler Kolek thing is interesting because I think Tyler Kolek has to, if you want Tyler Kolek to be the backup point guard in this rotation, Tyler Kolek has to either be in the first team all rookie conversation. Tyler Kolek has to be in the first team all rookie conversation, or the guys in front of him have to get off to exceedingly slow starts. And so while it seems as if I'm saying it's going to take a miracle, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm alluding to is that I don't see a world where Tyler Kolek is going to beat out Cameron Payne. Right? And I don't think Tom Thibodeau's value system allows him to value Tyler Kolek's offense over Deuce McBride's defense. I don't see a world where that happens. Right? I don't see a world where that happens. But I do see a world in which Tyler Kolek can get increased playing time over time in order to maybe nibble at minutes all year until we get to see him consistently carve out a role. But anything beyond that, I just can't see it personally. Now, am I absolutely right? And what I'm saying right now, no one knows because the season hasn't started, and we honestly have not seen enough of Tyler Kolek. I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. Like, we hadn't seen 20 games of Tyler Kolek as a Knick, so we can't really formulate an opinion on it because we just hadn't seen enough of Tyler Kolek. And to be honest with you, if we just keeping it a stack, if we just keeping it a pile, right? My thing is, we haven't seen enough of this team together, period, to know if Deuce can beat out, if Tyler Kolek can beat out one guy or another, because we don't know what units are going to work best with each other yet. Maybe there's a world where Tyler Kolek is the straw that stirs the drink for the secondary and tertiary playmakers and scorers. Maybe there's a world where that exists, but at the same time, we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. JJP is in the building. Andrew Collier is in the building. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. I'm the number one chief rocker, Uncle Freezy, sitting in for Corey Lee. Corey Lee is somewhere. He told me to start the show yesterday, or told me to queue up the show. He'll be here, so I'm not for sure. Whatever. But I know for sure the 718 boys, a popular joint. But I know for sure old school Knicks will be coming your way at 11. I talked to Anthony D, and he revving to go already. I spoke to him already. I guess it's because Jets fans don't have anything to look forward to. Wiz is in the building. Wiz says we can see Tyler and Deuce with Precious. Then either Sims or Huck Porty can maybe the odd man out. Well, Wiz, the thing about that is how do we know that? How do we know that? And we hadn't seen campaign for 20 games as a Knick yet, right? We just hadn't seen him long enough, right? In fairness to Cameron Payne, bro, we got to give peace a chance. Like, I personally, would I prefer to see the long-term guys take advantage of their opportunity and contribute to the rotation so that we know what our rotation will look like for the next handful of years? Of course we do. Of course we do. Is that not the ideal situation? Of course we do. At the same time, do you want to risk today for tomorrow? You want to risk this championship feeling that we're on for Tyler Kolek and Deuce McBride backcourt? Test the waters? Probably not. I know y'all don't. Andios is in the building. Salute. Hey, look who it is. The RM of all kings. Ribby is in the building. Salute. Salute. Yeah, man. And Pete said Wiz with the controversial take. Yeah. Hey, man. I honestly, I think that's a great question. I think it's an awesome way to address a concern, right? The Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, Tyler Kolick thing. Let me see. I just got a text. I think that's Corey Lee. No, that ain't Corey Lee. That's okay. Yeah, man. $7,000 in the building. Yeah, man. I don't know. Dripmore is in the building. And $7,000 says heart for smart. Would it, I don't know. And the reason why, listen, y'all know I like Marcus Smart, right? Y'all know I like Marcus Smart. Yeah, I know that. Everybody knows I like Marcus Smart. Surprise, everybody. Uncle Freezy likes Marcus Smart. It's like the worst kept secret ever, right? That's like the worst kept secret ever. Uncle Freezy likes Marcus Smart. Yeah, I like Marcus Smart. I've always liked Marcus Smart, right? But the thing is, um, doesn't Marcus Smart add to the Cameron Payne, Tyler Kolick, Deuce McBride paradox? I like Marcus Smart, but I don't know if Marcus Smart is the fit and I'm not knocking the question. I think it's a solid question. Right? I think it's a solid question. My part on it is yo, Hewlett Samuel's in the building. JM in the building, salute. My thing with Marcus Smart is I think it's one of those things where it's adding more things to the cupboard, right? But at the same time, it's adding more talent to the cupboard. At the same time, though, I think it's one of those deals where it may be I think if you add Marcus Smart, I think you're not satisfied with either Deuce McBride or Tyler Kolick. Because you know what Cameron Payne is by now. Right? You know what Cameron Payne is. Go, Caleb. The Bears got the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams, and it's exciting to watch a rookie quarterback out there scrambling for his life. Caleb Williams is living in a blender right now. Caleb Williams' mind is in a tornado right now, like all rookie quarterbacks. So it's exciting. It's like watching one of your babies play sports for the first time, right? It's like watching one of your babies play sports for the first time. You're like, no, go, run, no, stop, no. Torres, what's good? Hamilton, what's good, man? Greg Hamilton in the building. And so the thing about Marcus Smart is or some more intel on Marcus Smart is when you bring in a Marcus Smart, you know you're bringing in a huge personality, right? Like when you brought in OG Anunoby, you brought in a subdued personality. When you brought in Mikal Bridges, you brought in a subdued personality. When you brought in Cat, you brought in a subdued personality. When you brought in Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, you brought in subdued personalities. When you bring in Marcus Morris, I mean, I'm sorry, Marcus Smart, Marcus Smart, Marcus Smart, Marcus Smart. When you bring in Marcus Smart, you're bringing in a huge personality, passion guy, a guy that plays on emotion. His emotions are on his sleeve. You're bringing in toughness, right? You're bringing in a tough guy at the combo guard spot. That's what you're bringing in. Marcus Morris. I mean, Marcus Smart, Marcus Smart, Marcus Smart. I don't know why I keep saying Marcus Morris, man. When you bring in Marcus Smart, and I'm sorry, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, right? I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, man. I'm just foggy Sunday morning, so y'all pardon me on that. That's no shade towards Marcus Morris or Marcus Smart. Is me fumbling around. When you bring in a Marcus Smart, you know you're bringing in a huge personality guy with some baggage. You know he doesn't off the rip. You know he doesn't like Joel Embiid, right? All the way back to Kansas, Oklahoma State. You know you bringing that in. So the first time Embiid touches Cat, Marcus Smart is going to want to fight, right? You already know that. The first time Joel Embiid touches Cat, Marcus Smart, I need to write. The first time you bring that guy in, you already know that he's going to want to fight, right? You already know that, right? You already know that Marcus Smart is going to want to put his hands on Joel Embiid the first time he touches Cat. Pause. Or no pause, I guess. So that's a great question. Would you would you be I take the question as would you be interested in Marcus Smart as opposed to trading Josh Hart for Marcus Smart? Right? If it's a Josh Hart for Marcus Smart, no. Right? That's just the way I see it. So I'm not doing Josh Hart for Marcus Smart. Right? But would I be interested in a Marcus Smart type deal? It depends on what you do with Deuce and Tyler Kolek. And David Smith says Deuce and Mitch for Marcus Smart. I like Deuce. I like Deuce. I don't want to trade Deuce for anybody. I'd actually like to see Deuce and Marcus Smart together. I have a question for y'all. I have a question for y'all. My question for you guys is Keenan Allen caught a football. Okay. Keenan Allen caught a football, everybody. Yay. My question for y'all is this. I want to phrase it in a way. So don't think this is not a dramatic pause. This is me buffering. Do the Knicks need a real shooting guard? Or do the Knicks need a real power forward? Starter. Starter. DSJ is in the building. Torres answers the question the way I would have answered it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Torres answered the question the way keep the team the way it is. Wait till about the King holiday to see what it is that you need. And that's very late, by the way. Teams usually wait till mid-December to see what they need. But since we have so many new moving parts, I would wait till around the King holiday to see what it is that we need and then go all in on that thing that we need. Look at Caleb. Oh, boy. NFC East, y'all better look out, man. Them Bears look like they're going to be something. NFC West, y'all better look out. These Bears, bear down. Bear down, everybody. Y'all watching it. Bear Force One. Bear Force One in full effect. Bear Force One in full effect, everybody. Y'all see the beginnings. Yeah, I would wait until about the King holiday. I would wait till about the King holiday to see what it is that we need, because the thing that we need may not be a major piece. Maybe it's a backfill, right? Like it may be a backfill. Now we out here just showing off. See, now these Bears just out here showing off. Y'all see it, Bear Force One. Y'all see it. Jacksonville tried to come out here and embarrass us on national TV. Y'all, the audacity. They tried to embarrass us on national TV. Look at it. And the dude that caught the touchdown is the long snapper right now. Salute to Ron, still Knicks fans in the building. Salute. Salute. I would say right now, Josh Hart is a starter, is the perfect compliment. Right? Josh Hart as the fifth starter is the perfect compliment. Right? And it's not that Josh Hart is gonna give you 20 points a game or 10 rebounds, right? He's not going to give you 10 assists. He's not going to shoot 45% from three. But what he will do is be the absolute unselfish offensive player that can dribble, pass, and shoot, that chooses not to dribble, pass, and shoot because he prefers for others to do it. Right? Right. So, yes, Josh Hart can dribble, pass, and shoot. Yes, he can do that. Right? But as a member of the starting five, he chooses not to do or be that because he knows that others are better at that than he is, especially with Cat on the floor. Especially with Cat on the floor. Paul Saw in the building. Jam and Jet. Yo, Jam and Jet in the building. Salute. What's good, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cardiac Nick says, you seeing that book? Yeah, we just spoke about Kolick for a while, bro. We just spoke about Kolick for a while, right? Hey, so Jose Perez says Josh Hart looks lost. What you think? Look. Hey, it looked lost where? I just want to make sure I'm not questioning you. I just want to make sure that I follow, just to make sure I don't say anything out of term. or create a misunderstanding that shouldn't be there. Bed, I gotta create the old school Knicks show. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't create the old school Knicks show. I'm gonna create the old school Knicks show. We're gonna rock for a little bit. I'm gonna make sure Anthony D is ready. Y'all continue putting y'all questions in the chat. I'll answer those best I can from my perspective. All right. So old school Knicks is created. Let me refresh this tab. Bears all over Bears all over Jaguars. Of course we all over Jaguars, bro. Come on. Hey, mods, real quick. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. If y'all can remind everyone about the goal of 4,000 subscribers, like when we do the shows, to help us get to that goal of 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, man. I'll appreciate that. All my wrenches, all the wrenches, man. Y'all, all the wrenches, y'all in an elite club, man. Yeah, yo, man. Just remind everybody about, and I have a little thing here too. Let me play this really quick. So let me do this real quick. Let me play it without something on the screen. Yeah, y'all. So I guess we have time for like two more questions, man. Before we get to old school next. Y'all put your question in the chat, and then we'll try to answer your questions. Where did Perez go? Where's Perez at? Okay. Josh Hart is just running around now, not aggressive, taking 3 points, taking 3 shots again. Honestly, I think I kind of like it. But in my opinion, now I noticed one of the things that you said. Josh Hart is passing up open shots, right? I saw him the other day pass up open shots. It's not a great thing for Josh Hart to do, but the coincidence to that is that he passed up open shots to 3-point shooters. Now, when we are official tissue and he gets open shots, he can't just get rid of that basketball and not take shots. Because if that's the case, we may as well bring Frank Ntilikina back. Right? We may as well just bring Frank Ntilikina back, right? So that's a great a great question and a great comment. I appreciate that because I saw it. I was actually speaking to that before you actually put that question in the chat, right? Like maybe like 3 or 4, like right before you put the question in the chat, I was talking about how Josh Hart was unselfish, and he may be the perfect starter for a bunch of guys that are going to be doing a lot of stuff. Like Josh Hart is going to be the 5th best offensive player in that starting lineup, and he'll be the 3rd best defender. So if we can get Josh Hart to be aggressive when it's time to be aggressive and be passive and unselfish when other guys are on the heater, I'd appreciate both. I'd appreciate both. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, for me, it's Hannah Montana. You get the best of both worlds, right? To me, it's Hannah Montana, right? Take the open shots when they're absolutely there. When another guy is on the heater, help get that man the ball, right? And then on defense, you don't have to be the point of attack defender unless they run a play which gets you, unless they run a screen and roll action where you wind up switching onto the ball handler. Josh Hart can be that guy. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Josh Hart being the point of attack defender in a situation where a team runs a screen and roll. Josh Hart switches, and now he's the point of attack defender. I'm okay with it because if Josh Hart does that, you know what that creates, Wiz. You know what that creates, Wiz. If Josh Hart is the point of attack defender, right? Oh, he said he'd rather see Deuce. Oh, geez. Did we not see this coming? That was the worst kept secret you ever saw right there. That's the worst kept secret ever. Wiz wants to see Deuce McBride start? Really? I would have never guessed. So Jet, this is the thing, right? If Josh Hart is the point of attack defender, that means OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are playing defense off the ball and they can play passing lanes. That's all I'm going. Hey, man. Fordham is in the building. Salute to Fordham University. Salute to Fordham. One of my favorite New York schools. Salute to Fordham. I think Fordham is in New York. Fordham is in New York, right? I don't know why I'm thinking. My brain is, man, it's Sunday morning, man. It's Sunday morning. I was waiting for the 718 boys. The 718, but clearly something happened. Yeah, Fordham is in the Bronx. What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. Salute to the greatest borough God ever created, the Bronx, New York. Yo, there's no place on earth to me. Well, let me take that back. The Bronx is up there in one of my favorite places on earth. Right? No place like the Bronx. The Bronx, New York. Salute to all my people from the Bronx. Salute to King Ribby and Alawaz and DSJ and all my people from the Bronx, man. Salute to y'all. I'm glad to see y'all here this morning, man, rocking with us. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Salute to the Bronx. Salute. And I know I tell y'all this all the time, but salute to all my Jacksons. Anybody named last name Jackson in the Bronx is my cousin. Jackson, Green, Richardson. Jacksons, Greens, Richardsons. I think that might be it. I think that may be it. Especially Jacksons and Richardsons. Especially Jacksons and Richardsons. Some Greens. I ain't gonna say I'm related to every Green you know in the Bronx, but definitely Jacksons and Richardsons for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So the thing Wiz said about Deuce starting, I think it makes sense from a certain perspective. Deuce McBride is a starter, makes sense on some levels, but see, because if Deuce is a starter, you no longer have the point guard conundrum on the bench. Rels is in the building. Starrelli is in the building. Salute. Rel, these Knicks may not lose a game until the King holiday, bro. Rel, I ain't gonna lie to you. This Knicks roster is so good that we may not lose a game until the King holiday, bro. I already have the last game of the season penciled in as a loss because I think Tom Thibodeau is going to sit all the starters because we'll be so far ahead of everybody. I have the Knicks losing 2 games this year. The last game of the season and another one somewhere during the season, probably January because they tired. I think Tibbs is going to sit. Bro, legit. I'm saying this as a homer and a Knicks fan. But I'm also saying this as somebody that's been watching basketball for a long time. Elite units don't come along often in the NBA. And so when you get an elite unit, and they'll have a strange nickname like Death Lineup, Showtime. They'll have a nickname to them, right? When you get a elite lineup, and the Knicks have the potential to have an elite lineup, right? And I'm not saying I'm not saying the entire roster is elite. It's not what I'm saying, everybody. But when you get an elite five together, a five that are so efficient that when you put them on the floor, they're unstoppable, the league has a problem. The league has a problem, right? Right. The league will have a problem, and you know the nickname for elite lineups. They'll have names like Showtime. Like as soon as you hear it, as soon as you hear the nickname, you are automatically know who I'm talking about, and it's not because of Hollywood hype, right? It's not because of Hollywood hype. It's because of that unit is just that good, right? That unit is just that good, right? And I think the Knicks have the potential to have a lineup that elite, right? One of the key pieces to it is going to be Mikal Bridges. If Mikal Bridges can be the connection between Cat and Jalen Brunson, and teams have to disregard OG Anunoby and let him eat, I think this team is going to be phenomenal. I don't think we have a nickname yet. I'll let you guys come up with that. You know how I value your opinion, and I want y'all to continue, right? I want y'all to continue to be unfazed and undaunted by the outside noise. I want all you Knicks fans, me included, to be excited for what you're about to see, right? I want you to be excited for what you're about to see. Don't let anybody rain on your parade, right? Be excited. It's your turn because you have been the opposite for so long, right? Think about it. You have been the opposite for so long. It's turned a lot of you guys, we're having civil wars where we shouldn't, right? On that note, I'm going to end this show. Anthony D and myself are going to rock old school Knicks, and we're going to talk that talk the way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. I want y'all to come through. I'm sorry I can't continue this show, but on Sunday mornings, we have an hour slot for one and an hour slot for another just because of people's personal schedules, right? So I'm gonna end this one. I think I'm gonna end this one, but I invite you to come over to watch Old School Knicks with us. I promise I'm gonna try to shout all of y'all out. Everybody that came over, everybody come over. I'm gonna try to shout all of y'all out and say our name out loud, man, to let you know how much I love and respect and appreciate the fact that y'all are coming through and hanging out with us. On that note, I'm gonna end the 718 boys, and I'll see y'all at Old School Knicks. Peace, y'all.